Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students of class 5. Dear students, today we are going to start unit number 4, classification of living organisms. Okay, so today we are going to start unit number 4. Okay, dear students, so today we will recall living things are classified into different groups as you have already learned in previous classes or 4 or 3 that living organisms are classified into different groups such as terrestrial, aquatic, amphibian, aerial and arboreal describe the environment in which animals live. Okay, so as you know that some animals live in water and these are the aquatic animals, and some animals live on the land and these animals are the टेरेस्ट्रियल एनिमल्स. सो जो एनिमल्स टेरेस्ट्रियल होते हैं मतलब जो ज़मीन पे रहते हैं उन एनिमल्स को हम बोलते हैं कि ये कौन से एनिमल्स हैं, ये टेरेस्ट्रियल एनिमल्स हैं. ठीक है. और एर्बोरियल और एरियल का मतलब है कि कुछ एनिमल्स हमारे पास ऐसे भी होते हैं जो कि क्लाइंब करके मतलब ट्रीज़ पे रहते हैं, और कुछ हमारे पास जिस तरह हमारे पास स्नेक है तो वो कैसे रहते हैं, वो यानी कि रेंग के चलते हैं. ठीक है. Okay, and also as you have already learned that plants grow in terrestrial or aquatic environment. Okay, some plants grow in terrestrial environment. It means कुछ plants ज़मीन पे grow करते हैं और कुछ plant aquatic यानी कि पानी में grow करते हैं. And you know that some animals are herbivores. It means some animals eat only plants. Some animals are only carnivores. It means they eat only meat. And some animals are omnivores like us. We eat both plants as well as animals. That's why we are called omnivores. And some are parasites. It means they can attack the other animals and get their food. Okay. Now, what you will learn in this chapter. Okay, you will learn about the 5 kingdoms. Okay, and also you will learn that these living organisms are subdivided into vertebrates and invertebrates. Okay, so what are the 5 kingdoms? So first of all, what is kingdom? Is in 18th century 18 सदी में साइंटिस्ट ने क्या किया था, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स को कुछ ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड किया था. ओके, व्हाई साइंटिस्ट हैव डिवाइडेड लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स इनटू ग्रुप्स? बिकॉज दे कैन इजीली स्टडी द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स. दैट्स व्हाई साइंटिस्ट हैव डिवाइडेड लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स इनटू मैनी ग्रुप्स. ओके, so the scientific names that could be used all over the world. This process is called classification. ठीक है. तो हमारे पास क्लासिफिकेशन की गई लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स की ताकि हम उनको पूरी दुनिया में पहचान सकें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वी आर ह्यूमन बींग्स बट our scientific name is Homo sapien. So this scientific name is used in all over the world. Okay, so these are the 5 kingdoms in which these living organisms are divided. How many kingdoms? Total there are 5 kingdoms. Number 1, prototists. Number 2, prokaryotes. Number 3, fungi. Number 4, plants. And number 5, animals. Okay, prototists are simply they are unicellular animals and they contain only single one nucleus. An example of this first kingdom prototist is amoeba. Okay, number 2, prokaryotes. These are also unicellular. It means they also contain single cell but they do not possess any nucleus. Okay, and bacteria and some types of algae are put into this kingdom prokaryote. And number 3 is fungi. As you already known about the yeast and mushrooms, which are edible, yeast which is used in baking and making bread, these belong to kingdom fungi. Number 4, kingdom plants, and all green plants are put into this kingdom plants. And number 5 is animals. All multicellular animals are put into kingdom animals. Okay, so how many kingdoms are there total? There are 5 kingdoms. Number 1, protoctis. Number 2, prokaryote. Number 3, fungi. Number 4, plants. And number 5, animals. Okay, discuss and answer. Why do we need to classify things? Because we know that which living things belong to which kingdom, and which living things belong to which kingdom, and what are these living things. So that's why we have classified living things into these 5 kingdoms. So what are some of the ways in which we can classify animals according to where they live and what they eat? Okay, लिविंग थिंग्स को इस वजह से भी क्लासीफाई किया गया है क्योंकि ये सब डिफरेंट चीज़ें खाते हैं. ठीक है, प्लांट्स फोटोसिंथेसिस करते हैं, एनिमल्स दूसरे जानवरों पे डिपेंड करते हैं, फंजाई का फूड डिफरेंट होता है, और ये सारे डिफरेंट जगहों पे रहते हैं. तभी इनको क्या किया गया है, क्लासीफाई किया गया है. ओके द स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ योर होमवर्क इज यू हैव टू मेमोराइज the names of these 5 kingdoms. Okay, protoctis, prokaryote, fungi, plants and animals. You have to memorize these 5 kingdoms. Also you have to read this paragraph, read this page number 34 2 times and underline the difficult words, and also send me your video on WhatsApp number. Thank you dear students. Allah Hafiz.